Pacific Mornings with Aggie, 6 to 9 weekdays.
Tano Fatu, and welcome back to Pacific Mornings with Eggie here on 5:31 PI. We're sitting 11 minutes past 8 o'clock. Well, as we celebrate Vaiasole Ngangana Samoa, Samoan Language Week, we acknowledge the community events that are taking place around the country. So joining us this morning is, of course, Niu FM host Aaron Ryan. He's actually taking part in celebrating the Language Week by offering free Sasa workshops here in Okalani. So with that, I say Maloli Soifun, welcome to the show this morning.
Mahalo soifua. Agnes, thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Always great to catch up with you, Aaron. Of course, you know, Vaiasole Ngangana Samoa. Talking about, of course, yourself, I would love to just quickly, briefly ask, can you share maybe a little bit of your Samoan culture or heritage, where you hail from? Because, every Samoan wants to know whether or not they're related to you. So I don't know if you don't mind just sharing a little bit of where you hail from, brother.
Yeah, talofa lava everyone, Ola Ungoa or Aaron Ryan. I hail from the villages Samoan Nu'u, or my grandpa is from where's my grandpa? My grandpa's from Safotu in Savai'i. Sorry, I don't know how I forgot that. We go there all the time. And then my dad's parents are from Vaimoso in the main islands. So yeah, those are the two villages that we hail from. So yeah,
that's beautiful. Look, I mean, of course we know there's a couple of workshops, but I'm just going to get a little bit nosy with your life right now, Aaron, and just say, obviously growing up in Aotearoa as a Samoan, how's that been for you? Have you always embraced it? Has it been a bit of a challenge? What's that journey been like for you?
Yeah, as you know, I'm third generation Samoan. So I guess it's been a challenge in regards to keeping the language alive growing up as kids. We were very much around church. We're always around church, and that was our lives right up until I was about 18. And then parents were like, okay, well, you got your own choices to make now. And so probably going to I haven't been able, when I finished high school, I sort of stepped away, but probably as soon as I hit 21, it was just a couple of years of trying to experience other people's lives. And, I went to a school that was predominantly Palangi, but lucky we had a strong Samoan culture at my school at the time. So that was fine. But probably from till I hit the age of 21 till now, I've really sort of stayed in touch with my culture. And so it hasn't been hard. Just getting involved in, if anything, dancing has saved my culture, meeting people and that, surrounding myself with people that are so embraced and passionate about the Samoan culture hasn't really been a struggle too much for me. But I'm very thankful to be able to perform, because that's what keeps the culture alive in me. And hopefully I can pass it down to the next generations in years to come.
Absolutely. So how important is it for you then, to basically engage with Samoan Language Week this week? What is it that you're wanting to see?
Yeah, I guess just the little things, like just wake up in the morning and say talofa or malole soifua or malo to people. That really goes a long way. I mean, there's like things like I picked up this book. I had it home for a while. I don't know if I touched it. It's a course language book. Just reading bits and pieces like that. Attending workshops, workshops for people, Samoan workshops, dance workshops, or any sort of language workshops. They're not there. They're not advanced levels, they're all beginners levels. So we can all, because in Aotearoa we have this, we're very lucky to have this broad range of Pacific people that are embraced every week of the year. So just little stuff, just saying good morning in Samoan, learning how to introduce yourself in Samoan. I know at Mangere Arts Centre they're doing quite a bit of that work. Watching random documentaries, anything you can.
I love it. Aaron, of course, you're talking about dancing and how that's obviously played a big part in your life. So we understand you're going to be running a workshop, right? So can you maybe share a little bit about what that's going to look like?
Cool. I'll sort of start from the beginning. So Mangere Arts Centre, they really wanted to, a massive shout out to Aireleen Ati, who's organized pretty much this whole thing and got a massive crew behind her as well. She really wanted to embrace it because, as we know, Mangere is a Samoan city, like Otahuhu is Tongahuhu, but Mangere is where a lot of Samoans reside. So at Mangere Arts Centre, from today till Friday, they're doing stuff like Ula Lole workshops, they're doing language workshops, they have a performance on Friday, and tomorrow we're trying to find a communal thing to do. And for those who know Samoan dance, the Sasa is a is a co-ed performance. So it's a boys and girls, and that's going from 11 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. tomorrow. And basically, it's going to be very simple. It's going to be very fun. We'll go for an hour and a half. I think we already got some schools. We're just going to open it up, but schools put like 30, 40, 50 people in it. So make sure you register. But yeah, that's a Sasa workshop. We're just going to teach you the basics of the sit-down dance that everyone loves to do.
And that's basically all these workshops are going to be at Mangere Arts Centre, is it? At
Mangere Arts Centre, and they'll be around from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So, and I think there might be food after each one. Don't quote me on that one though, but definitely know there's food on Friday.
You know, people are going to come now, Aaron. This is
exactly.
So of course that's a great thing. Obviously, it's open to anyone. Do people have to sign up, or can they just come on through?
I know for the Sasa workshop, you can come on through, you can just turn up, but it would help if you could sign up. So if you just jump onto any of the Mangere Arts Centre social media pages, it's advertised. So there's like a little Google form that you can fill out, but don't let that stop you. If you want to just turn up, you can do so as well. You're more than welcome to.
So, hey, I do want to talk, of course, Aaron, being a host on our Niu FM, sister station, at the same time, you've entered into a new sort of journey in regards to being a Te Rito candidate, where you are, immersing yourself with all things to do with journalism and media itself. Can you maybe share a little bit, even, as a Samoan being in that space, well, why did you decide to do it?
It's crazy. Like I ideally did it because I was like, I've been trying to get into some sort of media thing for a long time. And I was like, hey, this could be a foot in the door. But, once I joined in, and the best thing about the Te Rito thing is that we're about 13, maybe 14 fluent Te Reo Māori speakers who it was their first language. And, they sort of not struggling, but they English is their second language. And just meeting them, I was like, wow, like, man, you guys have so much passion for your language and your culture. And it sort of inspired me a bit more. On like the first couple of days, I met them all about 4 or 5 months ago. And so it's actually made me want to tell stories on my people a bit more, and not only hold people accountable for stuff that they're doing, but just shed light on it. And it's actually made me, speak the language a lot more, instead of praying in English, I pray in Samoan. I try and pray in Samoan now, just to keep in touch, because usually it's not until I go back to Samoan where the language sort of starts to, you start to adapt a bit more. But it's meant a lot to be in this Te Rito program, a wonderful program. I hope continues for years to come, because the people who are passionate about every single culture just inspires all 25 of us that are in this program.
I love it. Aaron, as we sort of wrap up, I'd love to know, because I know you're only part Samoan. So as someone who has grown up a little bit with that, do you feel, what's the advice that you possibly can give someone else who's maybe struggling, to embrace the language, embrace the culture? I mean, what's the journey been for you, and any advice for them?
Yeah, the number one advice is especially when I talk to my cousins and stuff, it's all about just doing listening to Samoan songs. That really helps with just pronunciation. You won't know exactly what they're saying, you may at a later date, but listening to Samoan songs, if you're gonna just doing the little things, saying talofa, saying things like ipu or kelefongi or kusi, or just using stuff like that. There's so many free Samoan workshops in terms of language that are out there. Unfortunately, it's not like they do have set times, which I know my cousin, he's trying to work in a way where he can get it out there so people can do these workshops at any time they want. But just doing stuff like that, going back to Samoa, I know it's been a bit hard with COVID and everything, but the borders are open at the end of the year. Just go back to Samoa. You'd be amazed at how much spending a week or two in Samoa can really adapt your language and the love you actually have, and just how lucky sometimes they are to have it over in Samoa, and how lucky we are then see that contrast. And once you start there, honestly, you get a bug. You're like, okay, I want to learn more. And learning a different language as well, it can really help your brain as well. So
I love it. Oh, look, Aaron, it's always great to have you on the show, and really, and here, even though you only have, your part Samoan, but to how much you embrace it, and you just pick up all these words and even use the ngangana. It's just a beautiful thing, and I think it's a good encouragement for those who may want to get onto that journey. But all the best for your terito journey. I know you're going to do great things in that space too, brother. So thank you so much again for your time this morning.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me, and manguila aso, and enjoy the rest of your guys' day.
No worries. We will get those links for all the workshops and we'll put it up onto this interview too, also, brother. So again, whaftai te relo for your time, Aaron. Appreciate it.
See you guys. Take care.